session 6 of series 2 of Who on Earth Was Jesus, and going to finish the week with a slightly different tack on the people who didn't understand who Jesus was by looking at those who absolutely gave their whole lives to following Jesus. And I'm referring here to his 12 disciples. Now, Jesus was having a meal with them prior to his arrest and death. And at the meal, there was obviously no servant there to do the done thing, which was to offer people and wash their feet. So back then the roads were pretty dusty and people wore sandals, and so when you arrived at a house you had dirty, dusty feet. And it was the job of the servant to offer you clean feet. I was travelling in Egypt many years ago, and the roads there, even the made roads, are pretty awfully dirty and gritty, and your feet do get really, really dirty. And one day I had this little boy offer me, for money of course, to wash my feet in a basin, which he did. And then he proceeded to scrub my dirty old rubber thongs nice and clean. And it was the most wonderful feeling to have these clean, fresh feet, that I can understand why it was such a lovely thing to do for guests as they arrived at your place. So at this meal there was obviously a basin and a towel there, but no servant to do the job. And so Jesus picked up the towel and the basin and began washing the disciples' feet. When he got to Peter, Peter said, "No way, you're my Lord, you're my master, you're not going to wash my feet." And Jesus said, "Peter, unless I wash your feet, you have no part of me." And so then Peter, in Peter style, said, "Well, Lord, do the whole lot, my hands, my feet, my head, everything." And Jesus said, "No, Peter, that's not necessary." And he gave the example of someone who's had a bath. He said, if you've had a bath, you're clean. And sure, as you came here, your feet would have got dirty. There's no need to have a bath again. All you need to do is wash your feet. That makes a lot of sense physically, but there is a spiritual meaning here too. Jesus said, "You are clean." And this is referring to the position of all of us. If we follow Jesus, if we have chosen and recognise that he has paid for my disobedience, then we're clean. But as we walk through life, we pick up dirt on our feet. And that dirt is maybe we do wrong things, maybe we hold some wrong attitudes, maybe we fail to do something that Jesus wants us to do. All this is just picking up dirt as we go through life. And we need to deal with that dirt on a daily basis. And this is the life of a follower of Jesus. Our commitment to him is a once and for all thing. But our commitment to keep our feet clean is a daily thing. We're called to walk in the way of Jesus, and Jesus showed the way by what he did that night. He took on the role of the servant to care for others, and that's the example he gives to us. He willingly did that job, and he said to the disciples, "Now I've set that example for you." So if we believe in Jesus, if we follow him, it's not just something to do in theory, it's something we do in everyday practice.